Welcome to Bruce Springsteen Guitar Lessons. Today's lesson is going to be The Promise. Thanks very much to subscribe star Carl Sutton for the request. Hello and welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. So now what we're going to do is go through all of the individual parts. Okay, so this is quite a slow song, tempo approximately 75 BPM, so quite a slow number. And the key is in G major if you wanted to know that. So let's take a look at the chords first. So I think there's only 7 chords in this song, which is great. So G major to start off with. Again, Bruce likes to play it with his 3rd and his 4th fingers. We'll just play a standard G major, will be fine as well. So with that version of G, you're blocking out the A string with the underside of your 3rd finger. So you've got G major, 3rd finger, 3rd fret low E string, little finger 3rd fret high E string. Okay, and then we've got A minor. So that's 0, 2, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Middle finger 2nd fret D, 3rd finger 2nd fret G, 1st finger 1st fret B. B minor. Okay, so that's you're barring the 2nd fret from the A strings. That's 2, 4, 4, 3, 2. 1st, 3rd, 4th, and middle fingers. Okay, and then we've got a C major chord. Now, you can play a normal C major, and I think what's happening is Bruce likes to play it with his little finger added, especially if he's going from G to C. So this is still a C major chord, it's just doubling up on one note rather than another note. So 3rd finger 3rd fret A, middle finger 2nd fret D, 1st finger 1st fret B, little finger 3rd fret high E. Okay, so that's C major, and then we've got D major, 0, 2, 3, 2, 1st finger 2nd fret G, 3rd finger 3rd fret B, middle finger 2nd fret E, D sus4 as well. Just basically think of it as a D major with your little finger added, okay, on the 3rd fret of the E string, high E string, and then E minor. So that's middle finger 2nd fret A, 3rd finger 2nd fret D. Okay, so again, quite straightforward in terms of chords. It's also worth mentioning that a lot of the picking he does is varying it up throughout the song. When we go up to the picking patterns, I'll be doing a kind of standardized thing, but he will occasionally add strumming as well. So the backing track I've made for this one, I've put a little bit of sort of strumming in the background because there's definitely, he does vary it up a little bit, but I've aimed to kind of keep it consistent in the video, so it's nice and simple. I mean, if you play this live, you do it different every single time, so it's worth bearing that in mind. Cool. What I'm also going to do is put the song structure up on the screen now, so hopefully you find that useful. Again, any chords in brackets means there's more than one bar in that particular, more than one chord, sorry, in that particular bar. All the song structures will also be in the description as well. So hopefully you find that useful. So let's take a look at the intro first. So in the backing track that I've made for this, there's another part that comes in on bar 4, which sounds awesome, I think. So we'll go through that in a second, but let's just go through the main guitar part. It's quite faint in the recording, but it sounds really nice, okay? And this is as close as I've got it. Okay, so what you're gonna do, middle finger 15th fret E string, coming in on the and of 2. So 1, 2, and they're gonna go 15, 14 on the E, 17 B, 14 G, and then 17 B. So those are quavers, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and they're gonna hammer on from 15 to 17. So 15, 17, use your middle and little fingers. So 1 E and, there's 2 semi-quavers there, or 16th note, so 1 E and 2. I think he's doing some open G strings here, so 2 and 3 and. You may well be playing this in a different position. This is as close as I could get it. I think it's pretty close though. So 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4. Cool, and then you got this kind of like nice kind of harmony. I think it's sixths you're playing here. Kind of common way of sort of creating riffs. Really sounds nice. Okay, so coming on the and of 1, I'm going to do 15th fret E. So 1, these are all quavers or 8th notes. So 1 and 2. So 15 E, 16 G, 1 and 2, and then 14, 16. Then 12, 14. Maybe get a little bit of sliding in here as well. 12, 14, and then 10th fret on the E. And that's that bar. That's tied into the next bar, and then you've got a kind of a quick kind of. I'm kind of hybrid picking this. I'm playing this with my pick and also my middle finger. I think it sounds quite nice for these next 2 bars. So 1 E and 2 E and. So you're going to go 8 on the E string, and then 9 with your third finger on the 9th fret of the G string, and then 7, 7. Okay, he's definitely doing something like this. And then 5, 5 at the end of this bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the next bar you're going to go 1 E. So slide from 5, 5 to 7, 7. Okay, sounds really nice, I think. And then next bar you're going to come in, you're going to put your first finger 3rd fret B, little finger 5th fret E, and you're going to go 1, 2, and 3, and 4 E and So that's the timing there. So 5, 3, 3, 3, and 3 on the B to finish off. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4 E and then keep that kind of partial bar there. Then hammer on 3 to 5 on the E. 1 E and. That's the timing there. 1 E and. That's tied for the next beat. And then in beat 3 you're going to go 5, 3 again. And then it's tied for another half a beat, and then you go and 1, 2, and 3 and. Okay, so let me just play that slowly. So this is the first 8 bars, guitar 1 I'm chording this, because I'm not even sure who plays it, Bruce or Stevie. This is more sort of Stevie style, so I can imagine this bit is Stevie's done this. He does all that. Does that a lot, and probably the Bruce is doing guitar part 2. That's my guess, but I'm not sure. If anybody knows, let me know in the comment section. So play that 8 bar phrase nice and slow. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 E, and 2, and 3, and 4. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1 E, and 2 E, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4 E, and 1 E, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So again, not nice and minimal, but with a piano and then the guitar part, this really sounds really nice. Okay, cool. So let's go through guitar part 2. So this is on the backing track that I've made for this. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to come in on, and it sounds like it's got some sort of modulation on there, so chorus or something like that. Just to thicken it up and make it sound quite unique. So you're coming in on beat 4, 1, 2, 3, and then in 4 E and okay. Also, so that's open G, bar the 3rd fret on the B and the E strings. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 E and so I would go down, down, up in terms of picking here. 1, 2, 3, 4 E and then 1 E. Okay. And then at the end of the second bar there, 2 quavers on the 0, 5, 5 there. And I think he's doing something like this, 0, 1, 3. Another partial kind of C chord there, C5. That rings out for 6.5 beats. And then what you've got at the end of the 4th bar, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So back to the open G, 5th fret, B and E. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then go back to the 0, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So it sounds really cool, I think, combining that kind of the first part with this part. So let me just play those kind of 5 bars. And also, when you start the verse, I think it's just a G, kind of arpeggiate it, so let the strings kind of be separated. And that's when the verse starts. So let me play that guitar part 2 again. 1, 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Cool, so there are the intro sections. Okay, so let's now take a look at the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and the 5th verses. So the structure are the same for all of these, so it's an 8 bar phrase. Again, don't forget to vary up the picking a little bit. He will change it up from time to time, but this is kind of the main pattern that I think he uses throughout the song. Again, you can even add some strumming in there and things like that. So basically what we've got is an 8 bar phrase. You've got G, G, C, G, then E minor, then half a bar of A minor, half a bar of B minor, and C major. So this is the picking pattern. So we've got G major. We're going to skip the A string, hit the D, So going to down, up, down, and then the G string, the third note, and then an upstroke on the third fret of the high E string. Then there's a tie for half a beat, and then up, down, up. So I'm going to go up on the E, then up on the G, then down on the D, and up on the B. That's how I like to pick it. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and quite minimal, quite simple, but sounds really nice. I'm going to choose 2 bars of that, and the C major with that little finger still there. I'm going to do the same picking, apart from obviously you're starting from the A string with your picking rather than the low E string. So A, D, G, E, and then G, D, B. Then go back to G. Then E minor. Same picking pattern as the G. Again, feel free to vary this up as long as it's similar. Okay, and then A minor. I'm just going to go up the chord for half a bar of each chord. So 1 and 2 and alternate picking here, down, up, and then B minor, middle 4 strings, and then C major. And this works really well. Again, feel free to vary it up a little bit as Bruce does in the song. So I'll just do that verse section. So this is the first verse, second verse, third verse, and the fifth verse. C, then G, and then E minor, the 2 bars, split bar, so that change from the A minor to B can actually be quite fiddly, so that will take a little bit of practice, but it sounds really nice, I think. So that's the first, second, third, and fifth verses. Cool. So now what we'll do is we'll take a look at the chorus section. There seems to be only one kind of chorus, but that's how I've written it in the song structure. So basically what we've got is a 4-bar phrase twice. It's C, C, G, and C. So, and again, and G, and back to C. Let me do that again. One more time. G, C, then you got D major. So here I'm just going to go. Okay, so you can pick it in various different ways. I'm picking it down, up, from the D strings. I'm going to go down, up, and then up on the B, and then down, up on the G, and then the B strings. And then he sounds like he's doing a hammer on the sus4 chord quite a lot of the song. So this is the pattern I've suggested he seems to be doing the most. Okay, occasionally he'll add it at a different point, the little finger, but this is the kind of the one that he does the most. So D major, you start off the same, but then add your little finger. So it's like this: 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. So pretty much the same as your D bar, but just adding that extra note there. So instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you're gonna go 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. It just makes it sound really nice and just adds that nice bit of variation. And then G major, and then that back to the D major bar with a sus4. So it sounds really nice. So those last 4 bars of the chorus, you've got that C, C, G, C twice, and then the last line of the chorus goes like this: D major, then D to D to D sus4, back to G, then D to D sus4. Just sounds really nice. Cool. Then we've got the kind of quite big 4th and 6th verses. Okay. So let's go through that. So the 4th verse, what you've got is E minor, then B minor. So here I'm just going to do the same sort of picking pattern, but it's for a whole bar now. So down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so standard picking pattern there. Okay, and then you've got a split bar of A minor to B minor, then C major, then G, and then that D to D sus4 bar, and then do that bar twice, and G. And then split bar A minor to B minor, C major, then you've got a split bar of C to D. So I'm just going to do this. Okay, so A, D, G, E. So that's 4 notes, 4 quavers or 8 notes. And just go strum up pick the D string, D chord, sorry. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and G major. Then you got that basically those 3 of the 4 bars you just played there. Again, so A minor, B minor, C major, and then C, D. Cool, and then you're into the break, which is basically G, C, G, D. Cool, so what I'll do is let's play the whole of that 4 first. So, B minor, A minor to B minor, split bar, C major, G, 2 D to D sus4s, and again, and then G, A minor to B minor, C major, split bar, G major, then A minor to B minor again, C major to D, and then you're into the break section. So it's really nice bunch of chords, and obviously you've got the brilliant piano and the strings and stuff like that. I'm not Roy Bittan, but I've got as close as I can with the recording of the piano on the backing track. Cool, so then let's take a look at the 6th verse. So 6th verse, basically the first 2 lines of the 6th verse and the 4th verse are exactly the same, apart from bar 7, I think he's doing a D to C. So he's going, rather than the second bar of D to D sus4. So I just play the first half of the 6th verse. B minor, A minor to B minor, then C major, G major, D major to D sus4, D, D to C, and G. And basically what you've got here, that 3rd line in the 4th verse, that was the A minor, B minor, C, C, D, G. You do that 3 times, okay? So let me just do that. So A minor, C, D, again, that's number 1, that's number 2, okay, number 3, okay, and then you've got the 4th line. You're just going to do A minor to B minor, split bar, 2 bars of C now, and then the D to D sus4 just before the outro. It's a really simple, again, slow song, but just really nice sort of chord progression, I think. So cool, so that's the 6th verse, and the outro basically, it sounds like there's a lot more strumming going on. So you can carry on if you wanted to, do this in a band situation. One person just keeps going on without picking, the other one does a bit of rhythm. So strumming pattern I suggested for this, which sounds like what he's doing, is 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. So you've got a dotted quarter note or dotted crotchet, which is 1.5 beats. 1, 2, then a quaver or an 8th note, which is tied for another half a beat, and then up, down, up on the and a 3. 4 and a 4. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then basically just doing a 4-bar phrase: G, C, G, D, G, C, G, C, and 4 times. That's what I've suggested, and that's how I've made the backing tracks. It fades out on record. So down, up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down. You do that 4 times, and then end on a G chord. So it's a brilliant song. Also love the piano version of this on the Madison Square Garden DVD. I used to watch that at uni a lot. Unbelievable song. Yes, so thanks very much, Carl Sutton, for the request as always. Hope if you enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications so you don't miss out on any new videos. Yeah, so that's all the parts, and hopefully the song structure helps as well. That'll be in the description. Also, if you like any, see all the tabs that appear on the screen. So on Subscribestar, that's subscribestar.com / Bruce Springsteen guitar, you can get access to backing tracks. I think there's 35 that I've done now. And I think this is the 80th Bruce video. So any tabs, these are all made in Guitar Pro. So you can get access to these on subscribestar.com / Bruce Springsteen guitar. And depending on what tier you're on, you can get 1 or 2 or however many PDFs of the tabs, all the tabs, or even Guitar Pro, which is where I make them. And requests are done on the Bruce Legend tiers on there. I'm also currently redoing my website, jsmusicschool.co.uk. So if you're not interested in this signing up, monthly, you'll be able to get one-off files soon, nearly there with the website. So in a couple of weeks' time or something like that. So you can get one-off files, Guitar Pro files, guitar PDFs, and backing tracks, things like that. So again, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.